The most memorable moment that I've experienced so far is actually still family related. When I first founded Kids Korowai, my dad was 70 at the time, and he went to a woman who I don't actually know who she is, but he went and asked for a korowai and she said no. So that broke my heart a bit, but my dad celebrated his 75th birthday February this year. And so I was able to make one for my dad, and we as a family went through the full ceremony of gifting that over to Dad, which included karanga, or the female calling, our family doing haka, waiata, and so not only giving my dad his moment to stand in his mana, but bringing our whole family together of 3 generations to whakamana, or to uplift my dad after all the work that he's done as a father, as a grandfather, as an uncle and things like that. That was so powerful. It was like vibrations of just like so much strength, and he was just beaming, and that's probably my proudest moments. My dad's done so much for me and our whole family and everything like that, so it was my honour to do that for my dad. Kia ora, my name is Hiria Aorangi. I was born and raised in West Auckland, and I am the founding owner and designer of Korowai by Hiria. So I am of Māori descent. On my father's side, I come from Ngāti Hine or Pipiwai, and on my mother's side, Ngāti Kuri, which is up at the top, Cape Reinga. My grandmother, really strong influence in my life. And when she passed away in 2003, all the memories of me being a young granddaughter and seeing the big shears and her rolling out fabric and working on her industrial sewing machine made me a bit sad, and that drove me to go to fashion school and to study fashion design, because I thought to myself, well, my grandmother might take this legacy with her. In 2018, I was on maternity leave. My daughter was 1 at the time. We'd just moved back from Melbourne, and I had a bit of spare time on my hands, so I thought, why not re-engage and wake things up now that I'm home? And the journey of learning to weave and speaking Māori and stirring all of those kind of Māori emotions up, I started weaving for babies, and I founded a business called Kids Korowai. It was a hobby. That's where the beginning of this business came from. So this is our classic collection, which we have our different lengths. So we have a quarter, which sits about here. I personally actually like this length the most because it's more portable. You can still wear it to your graduations, but still have all your other regalia. And our half length, which comes down to about your hip waist. I'm about 170 centimetres tall, so. And then we have our full length design here, which pretty much goes to about your knee length. But obviously if you're a little bit taller, it's gonna come up above, but you're gonna be in your knee area. A korowai is a hand-woven made from muka, which is harakeke, stripped and dried out, and it actually has huka, which are tassels. So they could be made of different birds, they could be made from seal fur, they can be made from a range of different things, all hand woven. And then you have the kakahu style, which is the contemporary version. And so in the beginning, while it did start with weaving, I was able to bring in the contemporary kakahu version, which has been very, very popular amongst families in New Zealand and around the world. Back in the days, it was for status. You could tell who was a chief, who was a leader, who was somebody who was wealthy in knowledge. So now, in these days, how can you still show that you've achieved something and that you want that to be kind of recognised in a way like a graduation or the blending of 2 families in marriage? So a family will have a korowai or a kakahu as an heirloom piece. It actually becomes part of your family. So that one family might be able to wear it to their graduation, to their weddings, to funerals, to birthday parties, and so on and so on. It helps to wrap that love, a korowai, to wrap and envelop the love and the support of those who have passed. And as that gets passed down from generation to generation, it's like the mana or the pride that goes into it. The more it gets used, it's a taonga, it's precious. This is my favourite design, even though it's in the quarter length. We also have it in the full length. This is the kōtare, or the kingfisher. The kingfisher is something that I've designed myself. So you've got the colours of the kingfisher in here, but why we've decided to go with the kingfisher is that I have 7 brothers and sisters, but my brother passed away in 1995, and he's buried up in Pipiwai, where my dad's from. And when we go to visit him, a kingfisher will always come and sit on the line, and on the power line, and visit with us as well. This is my most favourite design. So I was really lucky. I've been featured in Vogue magazine, Vanity Fair, Tatler, House and Garden, Glamour magazine over the last 12 months. I could never have dreamt that. But at the same time, my vision is to empower whānau, or empower families around the world, one korowai at a time. I mean, if you were to say the word kimono, many people know what a kimono is. And so I hope that by putting the word korowai out there, that people are able to identify instantly, oh, that's from New Zealand. That's Māori culture, like haka. You know, people can instantly recognise what haka is and the importance and the feeling that you get from that. So I hope that I'm able to put it up there and people are proud of it. And if they don't know about it yet, that they're able to learn more. They go, oh wow, I'd love to learn more. I'm going to go and have a look. So here we have our more high fashion designs that I spoke of earlier. So we have our classic, which I've just gone through, and then we have something that's more high fashion, or something that you might see on a red carpet event, maybe a performer, a musician, a singer may wear this while they're performing at a concert. That's very, very contemporary style. My advice for budding future entrepreneurs, Indigenous creatives, designers, is to make sure that you have kuia kaumātua, or elders, in your space. So whatever culture that you may be from, make sure that you have them close to you to help guide you, to incorporate where you need to, things that you may not know yet that they've known for years. And my second piece of advice would be just start the journey.